Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to another Minecraft discussion today. I'm so pumped to be out here in the snow. I'm actually under our bottom deck so I can film with all this gorgeousness falling down around me. It's awesome. Okay, so today's chat is going to be about cleaning out your brain attic, like an attic in a house, okay? Because it gets cluttered up in the same old way, and we can't put new things in the same old way. It's not different. So one shout out to Maria Konnikova, because I use her book Mastermind in my cognitive psych class, and it's a brilliant way of explaining this whole thing. So here's the thing. We often want, we want new opportunities to come into our lives. We want new people to come into our lives, new experiences, travel, whatever we want. We want it to come into our lives. Yet, if we're thinking the same old thoughts, guess what's not happening? Because as we think, so shall we be. That is how it works, and that goes on all day. It's not like we just have some thoughts in the morning and then the whole day gradually changes around what we think, because every single thought we have, if we allow it to stay, sticks, not only sticks, but expands. So that has us thinking, hopefully, that, man, I really got to get on my game with what I allow in my brain attic. And so picture any other attic. You've been living there for a while. There's all kinds of old furniture, old toys, old stuff from relatives, old furniture, old, pieces of silverware you're never going to use in this lifetime. It's like a yard sale on the top floor, right? And so think of it all cluttered and dusty and cobwebs and taking up space. Well, that's not different from what we do with our brain. We just sort of allow passively, when we passively allow stuff to stick, that's what it does. It gathers dust and cobwebs, yet it's there. So if we want to pull it out and relive it, we can. So one of the first things that needs to go is our resentments. I think of barbells when I think of resentments because they're so heavy. And as Wayne Dyer, who I adore, sadly he's left this earth, that man, did he leave one heck of a legacy behind him and helped so many people. So anyway, resentments, he would talk about, there are no justified resentments. And we can say, yeah, but you don't know what he did. I was abused when I was 5, and all that's horrible and hurtful, and that really, we don't want to invalidate that, whatever happened to people. That's not the idea. Here's the thing, though. It's in the past, and if we allow, and that is the word, resentments are, if we allow those to kind of exist still, that means we're waiting on whatever it is externally to change so that we can heal. It doesn't make any sense. We want control over that. And he also uses the metaphor or analogy, I don't know, of a snake bite. Like, nobody actually dies of a snake bite, right? You've already been bitten. You can't get unbitten. So how somebody dies is from the venom continuing to run through the body. So metaphorically, there we go. So metaphorically, the venom of resentments continues to run through us long after we've been bitten. Not saying the bite wasn't legitimate, not saying we didn't deserve it, all that stuff. However, it's over. The bite's over. It's done. Okay? And it's the venom that we allow to continue to run through our body, to get in the way of our life and take up space in the brain attic. So the brain attic is also metaphorical for long-term memory, and only what we attenuate to is what stays and becomes part of our lives. So that can work for positive way or negative way. So the negative way is allowing all those resentments in without letting them go. So people often don't want to let go because they feel like it gives that person a pass. So I've done a bunch of videos on forgiveness in a secular way, so please look at those, because until we, choose to move forward, none of the brain attic is going to stay occupado with all kinds of stuff we don't want. And people often think it gives that person a pass, and no, it doesn't. Forgiveness has nothing to do with forgetting, and everything to do with choosing to remember and choosing to move forward, or remembering and choosing to move forward, I guess is the best way to say it. And that was Claudia Black said that. Forgiveness has nothing to do with forgetting and everything to do with remembering and choosing to move forward. The person does not get a pass. Okay, good. So resentments. There are no justified resentments. Get that crappy, dusty, old, unused, not going to use it again furniture out of your brain attic. Give it a good sweep and a dust to make room for the new. The next one is to let go of the uncontrollable. So often I know that sometimes they do it in therapy. I've actually, have my students do it sometimes. What I can control from what I can't in Minecraft, make a big old list. Because sometimes when we walk around just sort of thinking about it, it gets all jumbled and muddled together. Whereas when we actually make two columns, what I control and what I can't, to let go of what you can't, there's no point in wasting any life minutes on whether Armageddon's going to happen or this doesn't make it. It's no point, right? And so that clears up the brain attic significantly when we let go of the uncontrollables. Just surrender it to the universe, God, source, however, whatever that is for you, because we can't do anything anyway. It makes no sense in wasting valuable life minutes on that. Okay? And then lastly, the thing to let go of is the what if the what if thinking and the catastrophizing thinking, and also the overthinking, which is when we get stuck in analysis paralysis. So all of that is future oriented, which isn't here. So here's the thing, which I partially addressed yesterday, is if we are fully immersed in this moment, in 100% in this moment, we are living our lives, and there is no room for anxiety or anything. And I'll say to my students, if you're 100% in this moment, there is no room for anxiety or depression or anything like that. So unless you're being, beaten with a spiked club, which I don't see, there is no cause for alarm in this exact moment. Okay? So to realize when we're fully present and mindful, and also the alternative, the opposite of that, is when we're not mindful, we are literally missing out on our lives. I mean, it's that simple. If we're not in the moment, which is the only stuff that gets to long-term memory in your brain attic, is the stuff we attenuate to. The conversations, the lovelies in our lives, the walks in the woods, being out in the snow, skiing, gardening, even washing the dishes, taking a hot shower where you're totally enjoying it, sitting by the fire with a golden retriever, just birthday, anything, cooking, anything. Only what we attenuate to is what's making it to the long-term memory or the brain attic. Therefore, if we're not being in the present moment, being mindful, it's not getting in there, and the newness that we are looking for is not going to happen. That's just how it is. When we are not in the moment, we are missing out on our lives. So clearing out the brain attic. Just remember, okay, here are the bullets in bold. Just think of the old furniture clogging up the whole attic, which could be like an art studio. You could sweep all that stuff out of there. Have an art studio, a gym, a quiet room to read, a little mini spa for yourself, where you just go and hang out with candles and books and maybe some nice aromatherapy or whatever. All kinds of things that attic could be used for instead of clogging it up with old stuff. So as we think, so shall we be. So as long as we leave that brain attic alone, nothing's going to change, right? So clean out your brain attic. Make room for the new. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from this absolutely intoxicating atmosphere in this winter wonderland in northern Vermont. Have a mindful day.